Hello everyone, welcome to another instalment from the channel that is Jono's Graveyard Jaunts. Today I'm going to be making reference to arguably Leicester's most famous and tragic son. Now the focus of today's video is really to talk about this person's mother and uncle, as they both played significant parts in this person's life. I'm once again at Walford Road Cemetery on the outskirts of the City of Leicester. In today's video I shall show you some footage of the final resting place of the mother and uncle of this famous Leicester person, and we shall talk about both parties in this video as we walk around the cemetery. Now in today's video I shall specifically talk about Mary Jane Potterton Merrick, i.e. the mother of Joseph Merrick, and Charles Barnabas Merrick, i.e. Joseph's uncle. Now Joseph Carey Merrick was of course more famously known as the Elephant Man. I have already created a video of the early life of Joseph Merrick in the City of Leicester before he moved to London. I will add the link to that video in the description in case you may want to view it. Now this picture shows the genealogy of the Merrick family, with Joseph's mother Mary Jane Potterton Merrick located in the bottom left hand corner of the genealogy tree, and Charles Barnabas Merrick, i.e. Joseph's uncle, located in the bottom right hand corner. Now Joseph's mother was named Mary Jane Potterton before she married into the Merrick family and in turn became a Merrick. Mary Jane was born in a place called Evington in Leicestershire in 1836 to William Potterton and Elizabeth Robinson. Now this map shows where the City of Leicester sits in relation to the county of Leicestershire, i.e. the bottom right hand corner of the picture, and the map in the middle shows where the area known as Evington sits in relation to the City of Leicester itself. Now Mary herself was, according to family accounts, crippled at the early age of 25 years old. She did, however, marry a local cab driver by the name of Joseph Rockley Merrick. Now Joseph Carey Merrick was born on the 5th of August 1862 at 50 Lee Street in the City of Leicester, and was in turn named after his father Joseph Merrick and William Carey, who was a Baptist minister. Mary Jane Potterton Merrick passed away from bronchial pneumonia on May the 29th, 1873 at the age of just 36, when Joseph was only 11 years old. And Mary Jane showed unfailing gentleness and love towards her son, in turn teaching him to read and write. And when Joseph Merrick went on tour as the Elephant Man, he wrote in his show pamphlet, "Peace to her, she was good to me." This is the final resting place of Mary Jane Potterton Merrick and some of Joseph's siblings, and we can see here there was a plaque or a stone erected subsequently to the memory of Joseph Carey Merrick. Whilst he's not buried here, I think it's important to remember that he was a Leicester son. He was actually born in Leicester, as referenced in our video, but I think it's incredible that there isn't a statue to him to commemorate his passing. God bless you, Joseph, Mary and family. Joseph moved to London in 1886 after being rescued from Europe. He was admitted to the London hospital and placed under the care of Dr. Frederick Treves. After a successful crowdfunding exercise in the Times newspaper, enough money was in turn raised to convert part of the hospital into a flat for Joseph, where he could live, and did live permanently, until his death at the tender age of just 27 years old. Now Dr. Treves at the time diagnosed Joseph to be suffering from a medical condition known as neurofibromatosis. However, it was proven subsequently in 1986 by the Canadian geneticists Tibbles and Cohen that Joseph Merrick was actually afflicted by the much rarer condition known as Proteus syndrome. And to give you an idea as to how rare this condition actually is, it affects less than 1 million people, and there have only ever been 200 cases recorded of this syndrome. Now Charles Barnabas Merrick was Joseph's uncle, and in turn looked after Joseph when he was between the ages of 15 and 17 years old, before Joseph entered the Leicester Union Workhouse in Leicester, where he would spend a total of 4 years of his life before moving to London. Charles was also asked, and indeed did, identify Joseph's body after he had passed away at the London hospital. And Charles Barnabas Merrick himself was born in Leicester in 1846, and he died at the age of 79 years old in 1925. Now, Joseph's life, as I'm sure you would all agree, was very tragic, being afflicted with such a rare and debilitating condition that was subsequently diagnosed as Proteus syndrome. He was, however, eventually in a place where he could feel safe and loved at the London hospital, where he would spend the remainder of his life before passing away at the tender age of just 27 years old. Now, Joseph would in turn always sign off his letters with an excerpt from the poem by Isaac Watts entitled False Greatness. This excerpt clearly demonstrates that Joseph wanted desperately to be normal, whatever that may be, and also to be judged by what was in his heart and mind, rather than his unsightly physical appearance. Another interesting fact about Joseph Merrick is that he lived in the same Whitechapel neighbourhood as Mary Ann Polly Nichols and Catherine Kate Eddowes, who were both victims of Jack the Ripper in 1888. Now, Joseph wanted a Christian burial, and he is actually buried in the same cemetery as the two victims of Jack the Ripper, which is the City of London Cemetery and Crematorium. That in turn concludes the video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment on the video.